stop. Before you start your Mazda today, you need to watch this video because there's a good chance you're making at least one of these mistakes right now, maybe several of them, and each one is costing you money, engine life, reliability. Some of these mistakes will cost you hundreds of dollars, some will cost you thousands, and the most devastating ones will destroy an engine that should have lasted 300,000 miles. Here's what makes this so frustrating. Most of these mistakes seem completely harmless. Things you've probably been doing for years without a second thought. Things your friends do. Things that feel like common sense. But they're not. They're quietly destroying your Mazda. I've been working on Mazdas for years, and I see the consequences every single week. Engines with carbon buildup at 50,000 miles, transmissions that failed at 80,000, oil sludge coating internals that should be spotlessly clean, all from mistakes that were completely avoidable. Today, I'm going through 12 of the most expensive mistakes Mazda owners make and exactly what to do instead. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Skipping warm-up after cold starts. Every morning, millions of Mazda owners start their car and immediately drive away. No warm-up, no waiting, just key in, start, go. And every morning, they're causing damage they'll pay for years later. When you start a cold engine, all the oil has drained to the bottom overnight. The oil pump begins circulating oil, but cold oil is thick and slow. It takes 15 to 30 seconds for oil pressure to build and reach critical components like camshafts and valve train components. During those seconds, parts of your engine run with minimal lubrication. That's unavoidable. Every engine experiences this on startup. But when you immediately drive hard, you're asking the engine to work under load before oil has fully circulated. Metal rubs on metal. Microscopic wear occurs. Do this every morning for 5 years, and you've taken 100,000 miles off your engine's life. What to do instead? Idle for 30 to 60 seconds after startup. Drive gently, keeping RPM below 3,000 for the first 5 to 10 minutes. Wait until the temperature gauge reaches the middle before driving normally. Mistake number 2. Using the wrong engine oil. Your Mazda's Skyactiv engine was engineered to extraordinarily tight tolerances. It needs the specific oil Mazda designed it for. Not close enough. Not what was on sale. The exact specification. Most Skyactiv engines require 0W20 full synthetic oil meeting API-SP or ILS-A CGF6A standards. When owners use 5W30, thinking thicker means better protection. Thicker oil doesn't flow as quickly through tight passages during cold starts. Engine temperatures run slightly higher because thicker oil creates more internal friction. And wear metals in oil analysis are consistently higher with the wrong viscosity. We tested this on a 2018 Mazda CX-5. 0W20 produced the lowest wear metals, best fuel economy, and lowest operating temperatures. 5W30 and 5W40 performed worse in every measurable category. What to do instead? Use exactly what your owner's manual specifies. For most Skyactiv G engines, that's 0W20 full synthetic. Stick with Mobil 1, Castrol Edge, Pennzoil Platinum, or Mazda OEM. Mistake number 3. Waiting too long between oil changes. Here's the mistake responsible for more destroyed Mazda engines than almost anything else. Following the 7,500 or 10,000 mile oil change interval. Those intervals are calibrated for the warranty period, not for long-term engine longevity. By 7,500 miles, oil detergent additives are significantly depleted. Contaminants accumulate. Fuel dilution builds up. Viscosity changes. I've pulled valve covers off 100,000 mile Mazdas with 7,500 mile intervals. Brown, crusty sludge coating everything. And I've pulled valve covers off 250,000 mile Mazdas with 5,000 mile intervals, clean as the day they were assembled. The difference is night and day. What to do instead? Change oil every 5,000 miles or 6 months, whichever comes first. If you do mostly short trips or drive in extreme temperatures, go every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. Oil is cheap, engines are not. Mistake number 4. Ignoring the transmission fluid. Here's a mistake with a $10,000 price tag. Most Mazda owners never change their transmission fluid. Mazda calls it lifetime fluid. So owners assume it literally lasts the lifetime of the transmission. Wrong. Lifetime means the lifetime of the warranty, not the transmission. By 60,000 miles, fluid has degraded significantly. Friction modifiers are depleted. Metal wear particles are accumulating. The fluid has oxidized. By 100,000 miles, you're running contaminated fluid through precision hydraulic circuits. I've seen automatic transmissions fail at 80,000 miles in otherwise well-maintained Mazdas. Single cause: fluid that was never changed. Complete transmission replacement: $8,000 to $10,000. What to do instead? Change transmission fluid every 60,000 miles using Mazda I, TFFZ or MV. Do a drain and fill, not a flush, to safely remove old fluid. If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice for my Mazda guys. Mistake number 5. Using non-top tier gasoline. Mazda's Skyactiv G engine uses gasoline direct injection. Fuel sprays directly into the combustion chamber, completely bypassing the intake valves. Intake valves never get washed with fuel. They accumulate carbon deposits from crankcase vapors instead. Non-top tier gasoline lacks the enhanced detergent package that keeps injectors and combustion chambers clean. Studies by AAA found vehicles using non-top tier gasoline accumulated 19 times more deposits than those using top-tier fuel over 4,000 miles. 19 times. In a direct injection engine already prone to carbon buildup, that's catastrophic over 200,000 miles. What to do instead? Use top-tier certified fuel exclusively. Chevron, Shell, and Costco are top recommendations. The cost difference is under $20 per year. The difference in engine cleanliness over a lifetime of ownership is enormous. Mistake number 6. Never cleaning the throttle body. Your throttle body controls airflow into the engine. Over time, carbon deposits from crankcase vapors coat the throttle plate and walls. This restricts airflow, reduces fuel economy, causes rough idle, creates hesitation in the 1,500 to 2,500 revolutions per minute range, where you spend most of your driving time. Most owners never clean the throttle body until they're in a mechanic shop wondering why their Mazda feels sluggish. What to do instead? Clean the throttle body every 30,000 miles using throttle body cleaner, $8 to $12. Spray on a cloth and wipe. Never spray directly into the throttle body on Skyactiv engines. Always perform the idle relearn procedure immediately after cleaning. Before we continue, if you want the complete list of maintenance procedures that prevent all 12 of these mistakes, click the link in the description to download your 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint. It covers every service interval and procedure that keeps your Mazda running perfectly for decades. Let's keep going. Mistake number 7. Letting coolant go beyond 5 years. Coolant doesn't just prevent overheating. It protects your engine's aluminum components from internal corrosion, but coolant becomes acidic over time. Acidic coolant attacks aluminum engine components, rubber hoses, and gasket seals. Result: leaking water pumps, corroded radiators, head gasket failures. I've seen 80,000-mile Mazdas with coolant so degraded it turned from bright pink to dark brown. That brown coolant isn't just ineffective. It's actively corroding the aluminum block and head. What to do instead? Change coolant every 50,000 miles or 5 years, whichever comes first. Use genuine Mazda FL22 coolant or an approved equivalent. DIY cost $40 to $50. Shop cost $120 to $150. Compare that to a $2,500 head gasket repair. Mistake number 8. Ignoring the check engine light. You'd be amazed how many Mazda owners drive for months with a check engine light on. It's probably just the gas cap. The car drives fine. Sometimes it is just a gas cap. Cost to fix, $15. But sometimes it's a failing oxygen sensor running the engine rich for 10,000 miles. A rich running engine washes cylinder walls with fuel, dilutes the oil, and causes premature piston ring and cylinder wall wear. The oxygen sensor costs $80 to $200. The engine damage from ignoring it costs $3,000 to $6,000. What to do instead? Get any check engine light scanned within 48 hours. A basic OBD2 scanner costs $20 to $40. Every Mazda owner should have one. Never assume a check engine light is harmless without confirming the code. Mistake number 9. Using the wrong coolant. Generic green coolant is cheap, widely available, and completely wrong for your Mazda. Mazda's Skyactiv engines use aluminum extensively and require a specific coolant formula with aluminum corrosion inhibitors calibrated for Mazda's exact alloy compositions. Generic green coolant lacks these specific inhibitors. Mixing it with Mazda's pink FL22 coolant causes a chemical reaction that reduces the corrosion protection of both. The result: accelerated corrosion of aluminum components that begins invisibly and compounds over years. What to do instead? Only use Mazda FL22 coolant or a product specifically certified as FL22 compatible. Never mix different coolant types. If you need to top off between service intervals, use the same type already in the system. Mistake number 10. Riding the brakes downhill. Many drivers descend hills by holding a light, constant pressure on the brake pedal. This creates continuous moderate heat in the brake rotors and pads. Moderate continuous heat is worse than the brief intense heat of a single hard stop. It causes brake fade. It causes rotor warping. It glazes brake pads. Most importantly, it wastes the engine braking capability your Mazda already has for exactly this situation. What to do instead? On hills, shift to a lower gear and let engine braking control your speed. On automatic models, use manual mode or paddle shifters to select a lower gear. Engine braking does the work. Your brakes stay cool and last twice as long. Brake pad replacement costs $200 to $400 per axle. Using engine braking correctly can double the time between services. Mistake number 11. Neglecting the cabin air filter. The cabin air filter is one of the most neglected maintenance items on any Mazda. Most owners replace it when they notice reduced airflow or a musty smell. By then, it's been restricting your HVAC system for months. A severely clogged cabin filter forces the blower motor to work at maximum effort to move minimum air. Blower motors under constant excessive load fail prematurely. Blower motor replacement on most Mazdas costs $300 to $500. And a clogged cabin filter during winter means your defrost can't clear the windshield efficiently. That's a safety issue, not just a comfort issue. What to do instead? Replace the cabin air filter every 12,000 miles or once a year. It costs $15 to $25 and takes 5 minutes with no tools required on most Mazdas. The easiest, cheapest maintenance item that protects the most expensive part of your HVAC system. Mistake number 12. Never doing the $0 carbon cleaning drive. Carbon buildup on intake valves is an inherent problem with Mazda's direct injection Skyactiv engines. The intake valves never get washed with fuel, so crankcase vapors bake into hard carbon deposits over time. At 40,000 to 60,000 miles, these deposits affect idle quality, fuel economy, and throttle response. At 80,000 to 100,000 miles, professional walnut blasting or intake cleaning becomes necessary. Cost $400 to $800. But there's a free technique that significantly slows deposit formation and burns off light deposits before they harden. Once a month, take a 20-minute highway drive and perform several sustained pulls to 4,000 to 4,500 revolutions per minute under load. These elevated combustion temperatures oxidize carbon deposits and expel them through the exhaust. It costs nothing. It takes 20 minutes, and it potentially doubles the interval between professional cleaning services. What to do instead? Make it a monthly habit. Combine it with a fresh oil change for maximum effectiveness. And grab your 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint from the link in the description. It includes this carbon cleaning schedule combined with every other maintenance procedure that protects your Skyactiv engine for the long haul. The bottom line: 12 mistakes, each one quietly costing you money. Not warming up after cold. Starts shortens engine life. Wrong oil viscosity increases wear at startup. Extended oil change intervals create sludge. Neglected transmission fluid destroys transmissions. Non-top-tier fuel accelerates carbon buildup. Dirty throttle bodies reduce efficiency and performance. Old coolant corrodes aluminum components invisibly. Ignored check engine lights allow damage to compound. Wrong coolant type accelerates internal corrosion. Riding brakes downhill destroys rotors and pads prematurely. Neglected cabin filters wear out blower motors. Skipping the monthly carbon cleaning drive accelerates deposit buildup. Every single one of these mistakes is completely avoidable. None require special skills. None require expensive equipment. They just require knowing what not to do. And now you know. Take care of your Mazda the right way, and it will reward you with hundreds of thousands of miles of reliable, enjoyable driving. Ignore these warnings, and you'll be one of the customers sitting in my shop wondering why their reliable Mazda is falling apart. The choice is yours. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.